Hey everyone, I'm back with a new evolution clip. Before you start, make sure you subscribe for more interesting videos. Enjoy watching. In 2010, Samsung launched the first Galaxy S, which was to be the mainstay of the next S-series smartphones. At the time, the Galaxy S was truly amazing. It was one of the phones with the largest screen. The 4-inch AMOLED was the thinnest 9.9mm smartphone at the time, had the fastest graphics processing on the market, and was the first Android phone with DivX HD certification. The second model in the Galaxy S series was launched in 2011 and was a great commercial success, being sold in over 10 million units in the first 5 months after launch. And this model stood out as the thinnest smartphone at that time, with a thickness of 8.49mm. Galaxy S2 had very fast hardware and an improved 4.3-inch Super AMOLED screen compared to Galaxy S. In 2012, Samsung launched the first S-series phone to feature an HD screen, the Galaxy S3, and was sold in over 50 million units by 2013. However, the Galaxy S3 was not the most handsome phone of the time because it was made of plastic, but it offered very good performance, a strong point being the TouchWiz user interface. With the launch of the Galaxy S4 in 2013, Samsung gave up their name with Roman numerals. This model is similar in design to the Galaxy S3, only it is thinner, has a larger screen, full HD 5 inches, and is more powerful in terms of hardware. Galaxy S4 was the best-selling smartphone from Samsung with over 40 million units in the first 6 months, and the best-selling Android phone in the world, sold in over 80 million units. The next model in the Galaxy S series was the Galaxy S5, launched in 2014. It was quite criticized in terms of design, with an uninspired texture on the back. Also, the Galaxy S5 was the first Samsung phone to replace the Option key to the left of the Home button with a Task key, and it was the first Samsung phone to be water and dust resistant, features borrowed from the S4 Active model. It was also the last phone to have a user-replaceable battery and the last phone with a micro SIM card in the Galaxy S series. Also in 2014, Samsung launched a new version of the Galaxy S3 model, called the Galaxy S3 Neo. This version had a quad-core Snapdragon 400 processor, 1.5 GB of RAM, and 16 GB internal memory. In 2015, Samsung launched for the first time 2 different variants at the same time. The Galaxy S6 had a 5.1-inch quad-core Super AMOLED screen and an impressive 2560 by 1440 pixel resolution, an octa-core processor from Samsung, and a 16-megapixel main camera that could film Ultra HD. The Galaxy S6 Edge model had the same specifications as the standard model, only it had curved screen edges, being the first smartphone in the world with curved edges. A few months later, Samsung also launched the Plus version of the S6 Edge. It had improved hardware and a larger 5.7-inch screen. At the same time, there is a more robust smartphone model that has waterproofing, shockproofing, and dustproofing. It is the Galaxy S6 Active. Given the success of the curved edges of the previous model, Samsung launched the following models in the Galaxy S series. Galaxy S7 and Galaxy S7 Edge were launched in 2016 and stood out by introducing dual-pixel autofocus technology and improving the quality of the photos taken in low light. Samsung has reintroduced IP certification for water and dust resistance and expandable storage with microSD cards, originally removed from S6 models. The standard S7 also has a 5.1-inch screen, and the Edge has a larger 5.5-inch screen. These 2 models are the latest in the Galaxy S series to feature the physical home button with a built-in fingerprint sensor. Another different model from the other 2 is the Galaxy S7 Active, which is thicker and more robust and has a larger battery. Samsung has not given up curved edges, and this time they were introduced on the standard Galaxy S8 model launched in 2017. There is also a Plus version of this model, which has some hardware improvements and a larger screen of 6.2 inches. However, these models did not stand out with their revolutionary specifications, but introduced the Infinity display, an edge-to-edge display so that the fingerprint sensor is positioned on the back of the phone. These models were also the first to come with Samsung's Bixby Assistant. Samsung Galaxy S9 and S9 were launched in 2017 and have the same design with curved edges. In terms of hardware, the phones are not much different from the S8 models, having even the same screen size. The biggest and most important change was the repositioning of the fingerprint sensor under the camera, while on the previous model the sensor was positioned next to it, which was quite difficult to achieve. The Plus also had a dual aperture main camera. In 2019, Samsung launched the Galaxy S10 and Galaxy S10 Plus, the difference between them being the screen size and an extra front camera on the S10 Plus model. At the same time, Samsung has launched two other smartphone models, this time a more affordable version but smaller in size with a 5.8-inch screen, and a larger version which is compatible with 5G, namely Galaxy 5G. Also in 2020, Samsung launched a mid-range smartphone model, the Galaxy S10 Lite. In 2020, Samsung launched the Galaxy S20 series, which includes the S20, S20 Plus, and for the first time an Ultra model. The phones still have Infinity display, and the screen sizes are 6.2 and 6.7 inches respectively. Galaxy S20 Ultra has a massive 108-megapixel main camera sensor and is the first Samsung phone to have a folded periscope lens with 4x native zoom and 10x hybrid optic zoom, but you can reach up to 100 times using digital zoom. Also with this series, Samsung eliminated for the first time the 3.5mm headphone jack. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and share this video. See you in the next video.